Hi guys, welcome back again. This time I'm going to do more of a nighttime appropriate look using some of the other colors in the Subculture palette that I didn't use the last time. So once again, I have my face already primed, I got my eyebrows done, and now I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear paint pot in the color Soft Ochre to prime my eyelids once again. So okay, so once again, to set that eyeshadow primer all over the lid, we're going to go in with the shade Dawn. So I just prefer an eyeshadow primer that just like really just blurs out the eyelid color, because obviously I have very pigmented eyelids. So now that we have our eyeshadow base set, I'm gonna go in with the color Mercury, which is like this taupey gray shade, and I'm just gonna apply that in the crease. There is some fallout, but nothing. Oh, okay, that is a lot darker than I thought that was going to be. That's a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. So instead, I'm just gonna put that in our outer V. Okay, things are already getting a little wild, which is okay. And then like sort of drag that, but keep it lower. So, oh, at least this blends out fairly well. This color Mercury definitely blends out very well. It's nothing like what Fudge was. So kind of right on top of that, I'm gonna go in with All Star right here, which is like this purpley color. Oh, okay, okay. This pigment is insane. I'm a little afraid that they're starting to just look like this shade of gray. Now, using the brush that came with the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use the blending side, and I'm going to go into this eggplant purple color called Rowdy. Being that the other colors have been like insanely pigmented and this is a dark color, I'm just going to just lightly, like so lightly, like I don't even think oh, but that, even that picked up a lot. Tracing my eyeball shape with this Rowdy color, kind of just wigging it out as I get closer to the brow bone. And I'm gonna just go back into All Star again very lightly and just blend out some of those edges. Now, using the same brush that we used to set our eyeshadow base, we're just gonna lightly go back into Dawn again and just put some of that back there, especially like right under the arch of the brow. So now, using a shader brush, I'm gonna go into this yellow color Edge, and we're gonna, there's fallout on that. And I'm just going to tap that all over the lid. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my god, that's what this is about. This I've never had a yellow eyeshadow not be sheer and chalky. The shade does have some fallout, but with this yellow pigmentation, like, I'm okay with the fallout. I've never seen a yellow just done this well before. I'm like loving it. So I think that's gonna be it for the eyes right now. I am going to use the remaining colors in the palette, which are Cube, Untamed, and Axis. I think Untamed and Axis I'll probably do on the lower lash line and maybe use Cube as an inner corner highlight. But so far for the eyes, I mean, they are very dramatic and very bold. Like, there is no, like, going around that. Like, that's just what they are. And I am accepting it for that. So now that I'm pretty much done with the eyes, I'm going to do my face makeup off camera, but I'll be back to finish up the eyes, as well as give you my final thoughts on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture Palette. Okay, so now that we're back, we're going to finish up the eye look. I'm going to apply the color Axis along the lower lash line. So now using the brush that came with the Subculture palette, I'm going to use the shader smudger side, and I'm going to go into the color Untamed. And I'm going to kind of use that to smoke out our lower lash line, make it look less harsh. Okay, so there was almost little to no fallout with those colors. So last but not least, we're going to use the final color in the palette, which is Cube, and I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. And let's see. Oh, okay. I love colors like this that look white in the pan, and then you put them on and it's like, what? Like, what kind of sorcery is this? So I'm going to put on mascara and setting spray, and I'll be back with my final thoughts on the palette. So this makeup look is clearly not for the faintest of hearts. I really love it. I love the way the colors just blended together, and coincidentally this look goes with the top that I'm wearing. This, I can easily see someone wearing this to a nightclub for their birthday, or maybe to a music festival, a concert, or something like that. But I'm feeling it. I don't feel like I look silly or weird, and it kind of just balanced itself out. Definitely preferring this one over the daytime look that I did earlier, for sure. If I had to give the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette a grade, I would give it a solid B. As a makeup user, the colors in this palette really challenge you to create a look. And that can be a pro or a con depending on who you are, depending on your lifestyle. If you're someone that travels a lot, this might not be a palette that you would want to travel with, just because you would probably want to supplement it with another palette, because there are only 3 metallic shades, or maybe some of these colors are a little too bold for you on an everyday basis. But I actually like it. I feel like it's something new, it's something different that we're not really seeing right now. And there's still some safe colors in there. I used every color in the palette, and I would say the only color that I didn't like was Fudge. Cube looks white in the pan, clearly this very beautiful pink duochrome. Dawn, love it to set the brow bone. Powdery but pigmented. Destiny, closer to the same quality that you expect from Anastasia Beverly Hills in terms of blendability, fallout, etc. Adorn, metallic, shimmery, copper, not as smooth and buttery, but because of the stiffness, you could definitely place it wherever you'd like. All Star was definitely extremely pigmented. It takes a little more work to blend it out, but it's definitely not unblendable. I didn't have the same trouble that I had with Fudge at all. Mercury, beware. Way darker on the eyes than it looks in this pan. It looks like a taupey gray, but it's closer to a black. Axis, I would say, was powdery but powdery and pigmented, and the same could be said about Rowdy, Untamed, New Wave, and Roxy. Electric was very similar to Adorn in the sense that you had to use it in patting motions, and Edge is like no yellow I've ever used before. It was pigmented, it wasn't pouty, it wasn't sheer, it wasn't chalky. I mean, this yellow is like, it's my favorite color in the palette, and I would never think that the yellow would be the one that drew me in the most upon looking at this. If anything, I would have said maybe colors like New Wave and Fudge that I'm used to would have been like the real selling point for me.